Welcome back. It is day 114 of our road to 2200. We're at 1971 because we actually just recorded 2 games, 2 wins, and right at the end, my computer crashed. So guess who's re-recording right now? But we just played some good games, so hopefully we can carry on with that. We have a Sicilian defense. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to go for a normal setup here. After d6, we'll just go here. And yeah, I don't know. I've never seen this setup, I don't think, to be honest. I imagine we're going to see this and this. I don't really know what difference will be. I'm kind of annoyed that my recording messed up, but, you know, it is what it is. As they all say in the hood. Doo-doo. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my knight. So I could go for c4, or c3, c4. This is usually an idea, but this pawn also is kind of a problem. If here... I mean, I could also just develop the knight. Like, this is always a move. I could also wait with some kind of queen e1. I like that. Let's play queen e1. Let's see what they're going to do. This is just a waiting move because I want to see if they're going to fianchetto or if they're going to put the bishop on e7. Or if they're going to not even go short. We'll see. And also, maybe we push in the center at some moment. It's not really viable right now, but maybe a little round. Yeah, so they go bishop there. So I could immediately attack the pawn, castles, and then go for something like this, but there's always knight here. So it doesn't really do anything. Maybe just develop the bishop, or we could even go like h3, just stopping anything from ever coming here. Maybe plan to expand. Also, like, we might want to play like this as well. It's always so hard to know what to do when they play like a setup like this. And also, f5 is always lurking, of course. We gotta be careful though, because this pawn can hang in some variations. So if I bring the queen out, castles, I just don't think it's enough yet. Maybe we go here and here. Just say, okay, cool. Here, maybe knight here. c3. Yeah, let's develop our bishop. Now, of course, they can go here. I'll just play this. And they're going to play insanely quick, of course. Trying to put the bishop on a good square. Logical. Now I'm going to play some waiting moves. See where they put their king. Yeah, they're going to go there. And now we're going to play c3. Always looking for this. And this. Could also expand. Here, takes. Let's just bring the rook, I guess. I want to see what they want to do. Yeah, they're just waiting around as well. And they're playing much quicker than I am. I don't think here's a good move because they just have this bishop. I could also reroute the bishop this way. That is a common idea, so let's do that. We're going to put the bishop on this diagonal rather than keeping it here. Nah, and of course they might push now, to be honest. It would win this pawn, wouldn't it? Push. I can take. Maybe that's kind of annoying. We'll see. We'll see what they do. They're probably really weirded out by this bishop d1 move. But yeah, the idea is to go onto this diagonal here. And then maybe pushing is going to make some sense. Maybe knight here. Also. I don't know. I think c4 is the move here. I think it's timed very well. Well, actually, no. c4, I just take with the knight. What am I going on about? Durr. You dummy. No. This guy's profile says that he used to be a competitive player, and now he's just a casual 43-year-old. I think 43, it said. But his peak was 2100. He's definitely a strong player. Probably stronger than his rating right now, but That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna learn from this. I like this position. I mean, I do find myself struggling to play positions like this because there's so much going on. It's like when you get a puzzle and you look at it and you're like, what is even happening? Okay, pawn here. I feel like he doesn't really know what to do. I'm just going to improve my bishop. Put the bishop on a better diagonal. That was the idea. We're stopping this. Maybe he wants to play this. Is that going to be good though? What if I go here? Takes, knight takes. Yeah, okay, so he pushes there. But now we should be able to push. I'm going to push through. Tempo the knight. The knight has almost no squares. If I go here, the knight's trapped, isn't it? Yeah, I just go here and the knight is trapped. Here we can just take. They can't take because there's a pin. Yeah, okay. So that's a little bit unfortunate for my opponent. Unless there's a way out of this, which I'm not seeing. This we just take. This. Just take, I think. And of course, like, this is not over. That bishop is super strong, and I've pushed all the pawns in front of my king. So it's pretty double-edged when you do that, right? And I'm pretty blunder prone. So it's still a game. It's still a game. We still have to be humble. We still have to be sharp and in the game. Okay, we can't just relax. Like knight takes f4, bishop takes f4. Maybe d4 is a move. Just trying to like brutalize that diagonal with like queen c6 incoming. Yeah, so they're gonna just start trying to create counterplay here. So takes, if they take here, I mean, we're gonna take the knight, but I want to calculate a little bit first. So takes, what's the idea behind this? Takes, pawn takes, are they gonna take? In that case, I probably just play like bishop here. Let's take. Yeah, they take, of course. Now probably takes. Of course, after knight takes, there's no pinning because they just capture. Although here takes, rook takes, then they push. Or I can just go here. Queen takes here. If they take, we can take the pawn with check. Okay, let's go for this. My king's butt naked. Like, absolutely butt naked. That should be okay. Yeah, let's go here. And if they trade queens, then I'm happy. I don't think they'll do that, but... Takes. Yeah, they take that pawn. I'm going to go here. We need to be careful of checks. So right now there are no checks. But I want to be very, very cautious in this situation. Probably queen here is going to be the move. Trying to get another trade. So let's do that. And then maybe just like bishop here or something. Yeah, because there's ideas of this. Depending on where the queen goes, of course. Actually, no, this is a forced trade. Yeah, now we take. Down. The bishop's coming in. So he's got a little bit of pressure here. I want to go here and just attack this, I think. Yeah, let's just attack the bishop, say you got to do something. And then we can just put the bishop on a better square, or the knight on a better square. Maybe go here if the bishop's off this diagonal. Offering a trade. Yeah, bishop there. Maybe we just push, to be honest. Yes. Yeah, let's say that the bishop's got to go there. And then we'll bring this in to the party. Bishop back. I could play this. Just push though. Knight here. Check king here. And then potential forks. Let's jump in with the knight. And maybe we'll go here. Everything's protected. Although, no, that's not a move because there's a fork. King goes there, which means that this is pinned. Also go here. Let's jump here now. We're attacking this pawn and the bishop. So they protect the pawn. I'm just going to take. If rook takes, we're going to come here. Yeah. That seems to make sense to me. We're attacking the bishop. And we're going to try and put some pressure on this. So maybe go here, putting pressure here. Bishop here, I think, is the only move. I guess, no, you can't even go there. You can't go here either because of that. So this seems to be just game over. Your bishop there. And here... probably just trade, I would assume. Is what we're going to see. Yeah, it takes. How do you protect this, though? You can go here. There's also that move. But let's just improve the bishop here. Rook here, I have to move somewheres. Takes. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm going to go here. I'm threatening check, king here, and just takes. Because if they go there, then I have this. Down, down, down. Yeah, that was not good. Now we go check here. And we can go check, pick up the bishop. Of course, you can sack the rook if you want. But it's not going to matter. Yeah, GG. Okay, not a bad win. Not a bad win. So let's take a look at this. I played with a 91. My opponent played with an 82. It was a Sicilian. Yeah, so it's saying that we should just develop the knight, but, you know, I was trying to just kind of wait around and see what was up. And then he was doing the same thing, and then we start rerouting our pieces. And this is a blunder because I can go there, and then he jumps in, and unfortunately, we just trapped the knight with g4. But the game's not over. Takes, takes, takes. Bishop there. We're playing all the best moves, so I'm happy to see that. Apparently, bishop d1 is the way, but, you know, why not just get the queen out of danger, and we're out material. Trades are good. Yeah, then there, we just tempo, and then we bring the rook. And then we just come in with our pieces. I think this was a pretty clean game, to be honest with you. And then there, he just blundered. And there's not really much to play for, so he resigned. And we got the dub. We got the dub. Let's play another one. We are now 1979. Let's go. Okay, Mr. 2026. Got a Caro-Kann on the board. Exchange Caro-Kann, where they're playing extremely quickly. Let's pin while we have the chance. Develop. I mean, this is very, very similar to everything I'm used to. Just castles, and now I don't know if we should take. I think we should take. I don't want to, but I think it's the best way. Because even if I get back here, he's going to jump in with the knight. Let's just take. It's fine. And then maybe a rook c1. Or we could go rook b8 with the idea of this. I know rook b8 is kind of an idea. So we're going to play rook b8 with the intention of playing b5. He wants to jump the knight in, of course. That's fine. b5 takes, knight takes, b5 takes, 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 takes. We gotta be careful of a fork at some point, but we should be able to go here for now. It's like the whole bread and butter of the minority attack right here. All our play is on the queen side. This is what we want. And then maybe this rook will come to the c-file. Okay, rook up. It seems like they want to try and come and attack me. I'm going to take. I can jump in, but that doesn't make any sense. Also just go like this. Can also play rook to b2. And then rook b8. Rook b2, rook b1, rook b8. Takes, takes. Seems alright. Can also come in with the queen, hanging the knight. Don't really want to do that. Let's come in. Let's just improve our pieces. I mean, even if this, maybe we just take the pawn, even. Yeah, I mean, we can take the pawn. It is a move. I don't know if it's what I want to do, though. Here, takes, takes. Queen attacks. Takes. Takes, rook in. Knight here. Yeah, I don't really want to let the rook in, to be honest. So I'm going to go rook b8. And I need to move this knight ASAP so that I can get rid of this one. Because right now if we take, there's a fork. Okay, not anymore. Not anymore at all. Takes, takes, takes. It's free pawn. Yeah, I think he just blundered. That sucks. To be him, not me. And yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything I can just take. Now he's trading. You know, obviously we have some pressure to deal with, but I don't see anything insane going on. I'm up a pawn, and my opponent just resigns. Okay. Great. We got 4 wins in a row. Obviously, you guys only saw 2, but yeah, we played with a 94%. I mean, opponent played with an 86. Obviously, the 94 would go down if we played it out in full, but yeah, I mean, this is just typical Caro-Kann stuff here. Takes, takes, castles, and now taking was not best. Apparently, we should play bishop f5. I don't really understand that. Why would I go here, allowing them to take? Splitting my structure. And then rook b8, best move because we want to play b5, b4. And that's what we go for, allowing us to take. And then infiltrating's not the way, I guess. And we should trade, but we don't. And then he blundered here because, yeah, you got to protect the knight, so I can't just win the pawn outright. Unfortunately, that's what happens. And yeah, he didn't feel like playing on. Although, if this is your guys' position, you definitely should. Like, why not just go here, attacking the rook? This gives away a free pawn. Yeah, well, okay, fine. What about this? Queen b8? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it says queen b8, rook e3. I don't know. But we gotta win. And now we're 2 wins away from 2000 again, so maybe, although I am on a 6 winning streak right now, I think, so that might come to an end. You never know. Hopefully not, but regardless, a couple dubs today. Drop a like for that, and I appreciate you guys watching. See you later.